Paul, go ahead when you're ready.
Garrison, obviously, defense pulled this one out down the stretch. It looked like Coach Allen was trying to find that right defensive matchups. What changed in the last 3 or 4 minutes of this game?
Just having Cameron Matthews out there, I think he's a huge difference maker on our team, and it showed having him on the court is one of the best things we could have late in games and anytime we need to stop.
Andy, go ahead.
Hey, what's up, Garrison? You mentioned Cam Matthews right there. What was kind of the energy level on his – I think he had 2 steals in the last 3 minutes there. So, John, what was kind of the energy level when he makes those 2 big plays for you guys?
It really fuels our team, especially because he's a high-energy guy. It's something that he does every day in practice. I mean, it's something that he normally does every game. I think he sees plays before they happen, and he's able to stop and get steals and disrupt offenses.
I know Ben Howland talked a lot about, obviously Furman's a big three-point shooting team, but did it kind of take you guys by surprise just the way that Alex Hunter came out tonight? I think he had, 8 makes from beyond the arc?
Yeah, I mean, he's a really good shooter. I mean, we knew coming into the game he was a really good shooter, but it's no surprise.
Anything else for Garrison before we let him go?
Yeah, I'll jump back in there. Garrison, when you guys, it seemed like it was a kind of a slow start offensively. What kind of opened things up in that first half, especially?
Just us being ourselves, transition buckets, and us being patient on the offensive end.
Do you think, in a way, does the defense kind of allow you guys to have those transition
buckets? Yeah, definitely. You have to get stops to get out in transition. So, I mean, that's essentially how we do it. Just get stops, run to the corners, run, just being athletic in transition. It's great for us.
What's to say about this team that you have a couple key guys out like Rocket and Tolu, but you still, I mean, you kind of take some punches, but you still get the job done.
Right, it's tough. I mean, it's tough without those guys. I can't wait till they're back. They're really, really key guys to our team. So I think once they come back, we'll be full strength, and we probably won't have guys playing so many minutes. But I think it'll be a great thing to have those 2 guys back.
Paul Jones, you want to start us?
Yeah,
go ahead.
I got
it. Sorry, Paul. Sorry.
DJ, what kind of fueled you guys in late in that second half?
Just getting back to what we did the first 10 minutes of the game. Like Coach wanted us to get stops again, so we just started putting stops together. You know, we started stopping them guys. You know, they came out the second half hot. I think they shot 71% from the field in the second half. So we just came in and bought in on defense. You know, we just grinded it out and toughened it out, and then we ended up getting a win.
Andy, go ahead.
Hey, DJ, when it comes to getting stops, I mean, what goes into that compared to, I mean, what kind of changes, I guess, from the first 10 minutes of the second half to, I guess, the final 10 minutes of the second half? I mean, how do you kind of go about getting those stops?
You know, the game was on the line at that point, so you know we had to pick up our intensity. You know, we had to get major stops. Number 10, he came out hot in the second half. So you know, Coach told me to get on him, and you know, I kind of just took him out his offense, and then you know, everybody else, like, we just picked up our defense. You know, we just played hard and we finished the game. You know, we didn't want to lose at home. This would have been a bad loss for us. So you know, we wanted to win, and then we just fought and pulled it together.
The performance from Cameron Matthews, especially on the defensive end, how much did that kind of fuel you guys a little bit? And obviously, everyone kind of stepped up, but especially him.
You know, Cam is what Coach says our best defender. You know, and you know, he's a teammate of mine. So you know, I know he can do it defensively. You know, he's just one of those guys that bring energy. You know, and toughness. You know, he want to win, and you know, so him coming there, he made 2 major steals. You know, he dunked one. You know, he brought the energy that we needed. You know, he helped us pull out this win.
Steph, go ahead, and then John Sokoloff.
DJ, you mentioned there just some of the toughness from Cam Matthews. Obviously, you know, playing through some injury for him in the past couple of games. I mean, what is it like to kind of see a guy like Cam? He only played 13 minutes today, but to kind of play through that pain and make some plays.
I mean, it's just, you know, Cam, he a tough guy. You know, he's been that way his whole life. So, you know, he just he brought us energy. You know, we needed him down the stretch. You know, he came in and made big plays like he always do. You know, he's one of the toughest guys I know. So he helped us. He helped us out major those last couple of minutes. You know, I'm just proud of him. You know, because it's hard playing through an injury. And you know, he just showed his toughness tonight.
He obviously has a lot of athleticism. I mean, we see it through his dunks and through some of the blocks he has. I mean, just when he's at 100%, he's able to make some of those plays. I mean, how fun is he to watch for you guys?
Oh man, it's amazing when he's clicking. You know, to me he's one of the most talented players out here. Like to me he's always been a talented player to me. I didn't play with him for so long. And I just try to encourage him. To keep going, keep playing with that energy. The sky's the limit for him. He keep doing what he do. So, I got the most confidence in him in the world.
What's up, man? I wanted to kind of talk about you and your game personally, your versatility. I mean, being able to hurt defenses in so many different ways and your ability on that side of the ball as well. I mean, how much more comfortable have you been getting on this team as the season's gone on? And what does your kind of skill set help this team out?
I mean, I just try to do pretty much anything Coach wants me to do. He wants me to rebound and push the ball. He wants me to make plays, score the ball, and when Iverson, needs somebody to help him secondary, bring the ball up, I'd be that secondary playmaker, I just bring a lot to the game. I'm versatile on defense, I can go 1 through 4 or 5, So I just try to bring versatility to the game. I just try to help this team out as much as I can, and I'm getting more comfortable each and every game with these guys. And, the sky's the limit for us, man. And, as long as all of us do our part and keep piecing together, I feel like we're a special team.
Well, you talked about the team as a group. I mean, these last couple of games, where have you seen you guys grow, and kind of what's the ceiling?
I'll say defensively we've grown. Like the last couple of games, like we've been taking more pride in defense. Like we've been actually locking down. Like gritting and fighting things out. Colorado State came down to a couple possessions. And they happened to be the better team that night. But we just learned how to play defensively, learn how to play with each other. And, we're just growing each and every day. And, it's still early, so we got plenty of time to get it all together. So I'm pretty sure we'll be even more better as the season continue to go on.
I have time for a couple more. We'll go to Colin and then Steph to wrap it up. Colin, go ahead.
Kind of building off what John mentioned and putting this game in the context of the last few games, how does it feel to keep this from getting out of control? Come back and then win one late.
Oh man, we didn't want to drop this one at home. This was a tough one. And Coach keeps preaching to us about getting to the NCAA tournament. And this would have been a bad loss at home. It would have dropped our net. So, we're just trying to fight to get to the tournament. It's everybody's dream, and we all buying in. We all like fighting to get there because, who doesn't want to go to March Madness? So it's always been a dream of mine, and I'm pretty sure it's a dream of everybody else. So I'm trying to get there, and everybody else trying to get there. So we're just trying to fight and push it together and keep growing and keep building each and every day.
Kind of to follow along those lines, Ben Holland had said after that Colorado State game that you guys wouldn't have been an NCAA tournament team at this point. I mean, is that something that you guys kind of talk about? And do you feel like this team has, something to prove as SEC play kind of starts coming up?
Oh, yes, sir, of course. Bringing in all this talent that we brought in this offseason, it's always been our vocal point from day one. Like all of us are vets, all of us have won at each program we came from. So, we all just want to come here and win, do something special for Mississippi State. I feel like we got a great chance to do that, going to SEC play. There's some tough teams in there, but, I feel like we're ready and we can fight and, make a run to get to the tournament. So, we should see when that time comes. But for right now, I'm pretty confident in us.